And we start tonight with possible record numbers of mosquitoes. They are everywhere, and more are on the way. Good evening, I'm Laurel Porter.
And I'm David Molko. Between record rain and last year's drought, it's all hatching into a bit of a nuisance with 5 times the numbers we usually see. Catherine Cook broke out the bug spray to find out how the experts are getting a handle on all the swarms.
It's not just you. This summer, mosquitoes in the Portland metro area really bite.
So we had a lot of rain and a lot of flooding very late, which caused a giant mosquito hatch.
And that's just half the problem. Beck Sudia is vector control supervisor for Multnomah County. The mosquitoes she's busy trapping and the ones you see flying around right now are called floodwater mosquitoes. They lay their eggs on dry ground, which hatch, as their name implies, when flooded. But eggs can survive for up to 3 years. That means those that didn't hatch last summer because of record heat and low river levels are definitely hatching now. Then add this year's batch, boosted by record rain and high river levels.
We're seeing the highest numbers in my career that I have ever seen. And I've been doing this work since 2010. So when I say high numbers, I mean catching about 11,000 mosquitoes in a single trap.
Collected, mind you, in just 14 hours. In a normal year, Sudia says there'd be less than 100 insects in the same trap.
They flew behind my sunglasses and were touching my eyeballs. I'm like, okay, this is not cool at all.
Every week, Sudia sorts the mosquitoes and sends certain species to OSU where they're tested for diseases, including West Nile. More on that in a minute. But first, what to do about all these floodwater mosquitoes, which don't transmit disease, but still suck.
This is our fogging truck.
This helps. The chemicals in this tank are the same ones applied to pets to repel ticks, just at 1/10 the volume. The county uses the fogging truck to decrease mosquito volume and prevent them from laying more eggs.
We do it in areas like Sauvie Island, Hayden Island, very sparsely populated natural areas.
Across the river, the mosquito problem is the same. Clark County is also using fogging trucks to kill mosquitoes. The difference is they're letting residents request fogging for specific trouble spots. They've taken about 300 requests in just the last 3 weeks.
All the requests are important to us.
Mario Boisvert is district manager at the Clark County Mosquito Control District.
The number of mosquitoes, they are insane, they are everywhere.
While both sides of the river fog for mosquitoes, they're also preparing for what's to come. In a couple weeks, the Culex mosquitoes may begin to hatch. That's the variety that can carry West Nile. Those mosquitoes lay and hatch their eggs in standing water, which means every day crews are treating thousands of catch basins and manholes to prevent Culex mosquitoes from emerging.
This year we have a lot of work. We need to protect people either against nuisance or against disease.
Boisvert says there's never been a case of West Nile in Clark County, and Sudia says the last case recorded in Multnomah County was in 2007.
We are always monitoring to ensure that, and sending our mosquitoes out for testing to ensure that they don't have West Nile. So there is always a possibility because the species are here, and this year there are a lot of them.
So spray on the mosquito repellent, wear long sleeves and pants outdoors, and remember, mosquitoes are most active at dawn and dusk. Sure, it's their year, but their days,
one by one,
are numbered. In North Portland, Catherine Cook, KGW News.
Well, let's get you caught up on tonight's other headlines. The man accused of a racist attack in Portland earlier this month now faces new bias crime charges in connection with a second incident. Prosecutors say Dylan Kesterson harassed and assaulted several people based on their race. That was back in April. Now, Kesterson's already facing charges for allegedly yelling anti-Asian slurs and physically attacking a father and his 5-year-old daughter who were biking along the East Bank Esplanade.
A tragic update to an unprovoked attack in downtown Portland. We now know one of the 2 victims has died. On June 25th, 82-year-old Donald Pierce and 88-year-old Edward Lichtenstein were both assaulted at a bus stop. This was near Southwest 5th and Hall. Authorities say Pierce has now died from his injuries. Lichtenstein was treated and is out of the hospital. The suspect in the attack, 29-year-old Keffer White, had already been arrested. We expect he will now face additional charges.
Gresham is pausing its school resource officer program, it says, because of staffing shortages. Police say they have 19 sworn officer positions to fill, and so the existing SROs are going to be reassigned to patrol duties. Those officers had worked with the Centennial, Gresham, Barlow, and Reynolds school districts. The city says it does plan to reestablish the SRO program only once department staffing stabilizes.
And search crews spent the day trying to find a missing hiker near Corbett. This is 53-year-old Christopher Smeka, last seen Monday morning. Crews found his car today parked near Southeast Gordon Creek Road. Rescuers hiked down a nearby trail which leads to the Sandy River between Dodge and Oxbow Park, and that's where they found his belongings, including his ID and shoes. They started searching the water with kayakers and drones, but did not find Smeka tonight. The Clackamas County Sheriff's Office will continue the search.
A local company has created an app they hope is going to help in future searches for missing people. Alma McCarty explains how it works and why its developer says their system cuts through red tape while connecting community.
Alerting the community when someone is missing or lost or has wandered away is a key part of bringing them home safely. Oftentimes, families will turn to social media to get the word out or work with law enforcement to push out alerts or conduct a search. These efforts can be time-consuming, the search parameters too broad. That's where the Hillsborough-based Q5 ID Guardian app comes in.
We want to put the power back into the individual's hand and give them that opportunity to really issue an alert immediately if their loved one goes missing, because sometimes they're not that far away and waiting a longer time could cause more issues.
With the push of a button, Alexandra Farland explains an alert will be sent to those who subscribe to the Guardian app and are located near the last known location of the person who went missing.
Everybody around them with the app in the immediate area could jump into action.
And those who use it must have their identities verified ahead of time, making it more secure than social media.
Essentially, nobody can pretend to be somebody else. So everybody knows that they're real people. They're people who are actually ready to help right in their own neighborhood.
Developers say the app builds on the systems already in place, although how well it catches on remains to be seen.
We're starting in Portland first so that we can grow a community here and then expand from there, because ultimately you do need a good ratio of volunteers to what we call the Guardian subscriber, who actually initiates the alert for their missing loved one. And without the volunteers, there's nobody to look for a missing person.
However, organizations like Child Help, a nonprofit aimed at the prevention and treatment of child abuse, are fully on board with the concept.
There's been so much focus in this area and industry on things like Amber Alert and Silver Alert, and how do we connect hotlines and get more crisis numbers out there. And those are all great things. None of that stuff is bad. But this is an app that has really been designed with today's age in mind. How do we capitalize on social behaviors in a way that rescues a child that's in need or in crises?
To send out alerts, you'll have to subscribe to the app at almost $4 a month. However, to volunteer to find missing people, the app is free. I checked in with local law enforcement who say it's just too soon to tell what its impact will be, but that spreading information is a crucial part in locating missing people. Laurel?
And that goal is so critical. Thank you, Alma. A small business owner in St. Helens needs help tracking down a thief. Diana Johnston runs the Royal Quick Clean Laundromat. And she says yesterday evening someone came in and used power tools to drill into a dollar coin machine. Surveillance video shows the man walking in and out of the laundromat 3 times before leaving with what Johnson says was thousands of dollars. And it happened in just minutes.
The man knew what he was doing. He had the tools, he had the speed, he had the efficiency. I have no doubt that other small business owners have experienced the same occurrence.
Johnston runs the laundromat with her husband. They have filed a police report and hope anyone who recognized the suspect will call with information.
A COVID update tonight. As new Omicron variants drive infections across the country, most adults could now be eligible for a second booster shot. Now in March, people 50 years and older got the green light for booster 2, but the White House says it is now hoping to expand that to all adults. No word on potential timing here. The decision here ultimately up to the FDA and the CDC.